Hello everybody, welcome to Mountain View High School in beautiful El Monte, California. It is time for some high school varsity soccer action. We got the home team, Mountain View Vikings, taking on the visitors, Marshall Eagles. We're just a couple minutes underway. I'm Arthur Takari, proud to be bringing you today's play-by-play via the Mountain View High School Vista Viking news team. We are just underway a couple minutes, already Mountain View providing pressure, and here's a shot from just outside the penalty area. Goes over the bar, and that time that shot was taken by Alan Vasquez. Got a good look, just a little high over the bar, but a good, basically the first really good opportunity of the game. And the goal kick taken by Angel Capistran. Castro, the right back. Last one off of him. Throw in for the Eagles. Carrying it up by the left flank. Nice job playing it back. A lot of traffic with both teams' midfielders. That one sent high into the air. And now this could be a good counterattack opportunity for Mountain View. That's Guevara. Jake Guevara had it for a moment. Nice move, but a whistle blown. Easy call for the official. Now will be a free kick and a good opportunity for the Mountain View Vikings. That time it was Moises Lerma who was brought down. You could even hear the contact. He was asking for a card. It doesn't appear as if a booking will take place. But surely the referee's got to remember that foul that took place because it was kind of a dangerous play. But a free kick and a good opportunity for the Mountain View Vikings. You have to wonder if the Mountain View Vikings have a set piece dialed up. Will it be taken by Gerson Gasca? Or perhaps will it be Saul Rivera? Both men wearing the captain's armbands today. Capistran has his wall set up. Here's the whistle. Gasca to take the free kick. Goes straight into the wall, but took a deflection. Guevara receiving the pass, was unable to control it. Ball was kind of bouncing a little bit. Here come the Eagles on the counter attack. Pushing it up, but the flag comes up for offside. And that time he had Cesar Diaz Banuelos making a run with Rigo Hernandez. The whistle for offside. Good work from the back line of Mountain View to stay disciplined. Castro to Guevara. And that first touch wasn't the best one, but doing a great job to readjust. And that time was looking for Moises Lerma. And Lerma has it, plays it back to one of the center backs. And that was Ricky Aspiricueta. Back to Aspiricueta, looking for an option. Instead plays it back to the keeper, Diego Hernandez. He's got Jaime Castro. Gerson Gasca looks like he's playing today as the holding defensive midfielder. Trying to figure out this formation from the Mountain View Vikings early on. And that pass intended for Alan Vasquez was not able to get the touch that he wanted on it. Now it's Kevin Ramirez. He was able to keep it in. A shot from long range, not much danger on that shot coming from Jaime Perez, going straight to Diego Hernandez. He punts this one high into the air, takes a bounce, and it will not stay in play. Alan Vasquez was not able to get the touch that he wanted on it, so a throw in for the Eagles. About 5 minutes into this match between the Mountain View Vikings and the Marshall Eagles, we are scoreless. A throw in from Castro. And that time got it to Hernandez. Taken away. A nice move from Lerma, being patient. Instead of trying to force it, plays it back to Castro. Gerson Gasca. Now to Eric Santos, the other center back for the Mountain View Vikings. Back to Gasca. He's had a lot of touches so far, and you know he's going to be doing this throughout the game, doing a lot of the dirty work as a defensive midfielder. Vasquez He did have Saulo Rivera on the overlap. Ball finds its way back to Gasca. He's directing traffic. Rivera to Gasca once again. Marshall Eagles providing a little bit of pressure with the press. Jake Guevara had it for a moment. Nice readjustment from Josue Serna. Seeing some good teamwork and ball movement so far from the Vikings. Now it's Moises Lerma once again wearing the number 10 shirt. Getting past one player. That one sent out of bounds. You want to say some dangerous play from Angel Galicia, one of the defenders for Marshall. Did not get a lot on his clearance. Nearly a giveaway. And it's pretty much in that area you just do not want to make mistakes. That's Efrain Torres.
Hey guys, we gotta be smarter than that.
Was unable to win a corner kick. Instead will be a goal kick for the Eagles. Mountain View Vikings have had the majority of possession, but have not had very many clear-cut scoring chances.
Come on, boy.
A free kick a few minutes ago went straight into the wall, but overall, it is the Mountain View Vikings with more run of play and the majority of possession.
Boy, bounce, bounce, bounce. Keep going, keep going.
And Castro elects to switch the field, does a good job finding Lerma. Saulo Rivera settles the ball. The ball taken quite a few bounces. And got to admit, the pitch here at Mountain View High School not in the best shape, while the main field continues to be finished as part of the school modernization project. And Harrison Gasca whistled for the foul, bringing down Rigo Hernandez. Will be a free kick for the Eagles. Probably provide a breather for this team that's been under pressure for the majority of this match. Long free kick. That one was taken. You could hear Diego Hernandez calling for it. Instead, went off the head of Eric Santos. In situations like those, your keeper is calling for it. You let him get it. Fortunately for the Vikings, no mistakes took place. No bad consequence arising from it. Now here comes a counterattack opportunity. Lerma with plenty of speed. Went for Rivera on the overlap. And that time it was Jaime Perez saying that it last went off of Saulo Rivera. He might have had an argument to make, but tough call for the officials to make. Espiricueta had it for a moment. And Gasca once again to Saulo Rivera. The left back has been very busy today. And Gasca directing traffic. And he's got Torres. He should be able to keep it in play. He does, and he crosses it. A chance in front. The shot. That one, a good opportunity for Moises Lerma. Was not able to put it on target, but good teamwork. Good work from the Mountain View Vikings to stretch the field and find opportunities. The two center backs for Marshall, Angel Galicia and Cesar Diaz Banuelos. Mountain View once again, a couple touches from Torres. Was unable to connect. That time was unable to connect with Josue Serna. And right now, everything going the way that Mountain View Vikings would like this. The Eagles unable to really maintain possession and settle the ball down. Looking like a team that's just enjoys playing kickball. But lots of time, lots of soccer left to be played. And here come the Vikings once again. Trying to keep it in play. With Alan Vasquez with the cross. And that time went off the head of Diaz Banuelos. Rodrigo Hernandez,
Canelo, drop.
who's basically one of the forwards today, having to drop back to provide some help. And you gotta like his thinking. And now whistle blown for the physical contact. That time was Andres Santamaria whistled. Did not like the call, but from over here, an obvious call for the official to make. Trying to be more physical. The Eagles probably will resort to playing the man a little bit more. They're going to have to do something because whatever their strategy is so far, it's obviously not going to get them anywhere. That's Rigo Hernandez. We could see number 55 playing as the lone striker up top. And he did drop back recently to try and get some attack going. Now the cross taking a couple bounces. This could be an opportunity for the Vikings. Saul Rivera on the outside, crossing it with his left foot off the head of Galicia. Now Perez, that time did get rid of it. Sent back into the penalty area. This will be an easy one for Capistran.
You see that ball, Castro and him? That's the play, Ricky. You can't keep watching the ball.
We have played a little more than 12 minutes. We are scoreless between the Mountain View Vikings and the Marshall Eagles. And as Piricueta brought it down, you gotta like that thinking, nearly given away. And that time Kevin Ramirez, and looks like he did draw some contact, will be a free kick. From this distance, obviously should not be a problem for Diego Hernandez in terms of whether or not this ball will be put on frame. If you're the Marshall Eagles, this is one of those situations where you need to whip this ball right into no man's land and hope that somebody can get their head on it and create an opportunity. Hernandez to take the free kick. He's putting this one in a decent place. Did take a bounce, goes out of bounds. And that was a good free kick. And it's those kinds of balls that you just do not, from the standpoint of the Vikings, you do not want to see those ones bounce in the penalty area near the 6-yard box. You'd be expecting your keeper to corral the ball or someone to head the ball out. A free kick like that again could end up being a problem for the Mountain View Vikings. Fortunately, they are not paying for any kind of consequence. The touch from Lerma, trying to keep it in play. Saul Rivera did a great job tight roping on the touchline. Plays it back to Harrison Gasca. Now Castro in his touch, looking that time for Torres. Capistran unable to hold on to the ball. There was some contact. The Vikings continuing to attack. Lerma looking for an option. Plays it back to Castro. Now Torres to Serna. Good thinking and trying to work the give and go. Whistle is blown, that time on Noah Castillo. Whistle for obstruction, and it will be a free kick for Mountain View. So a free kick opportunity for the Mountain View Vikings.
Go in, Jake. Go in now.
This could be the opportunity the Vikings have been waiting for. A free kick is taken. The header, that one going high over the bar. And that time it was a free header for Josue Serna. The free kick was taken by Gerson Gasca. And it's those free header opportunities that you just don't want to squander. And that time it was Josue Serna getting his head on the ball, high over the bar. It's one of those where you just say to yourself afterwards, head the ball downward. More often than not, it's probably going to result in a goal, unless the keeper comes up with a fantastic save. Ball taking a few bounces off the head of Rivera. The Eagles trying to get something going. That's Rigo Hernandez, surrounded by purple shirts. Was unable to get past Eric Santos. Now playing it to the outside. Great work that time from Alan Vasquez. Cleared away. Santos had a little bit of trouble with it with his first touch. Looking for Guevara. Sent out of bounds that time by Justin Lopez Perez. Ball is back in the play. We're not seeing too much pressure from the Marshall Eagles, and I think that would be a good idea from them to not press too much. They push up too many of their players, they're really gonna be finding themselves outnumbered on the counterattack and stretched too thin. Great first touch from Saul Rivera. Still has it. Still Rivera will want to take a shot. He attempted to. Blocked by Angel Galicia. But the way this game's going, you got to assume the best strategy for Marshall would be to park the bus, play a low block, and rely on a counterattack opportunity. If they push up too much, surely they'll be burned on a counterattack opportunity. Now played to the outside for Serna. Great job keeping it in play. He's able to cross it, but actually the referee blew the whistle. Did go over the touchline. Will be a goal kick for the Eagles. Mountview Vikings 4-1 Mission Valley League play. Their previous game just a few days ago on the 8th of January, a road game against El Monte, against the Lions. Actually, that one ended in a 3-1 defeat. The match before that was a 3-0 loss against Monrovia. So surely the Vikings would like to end this 2-game losing streak. But they have definitely taken care of business in league play with a 4-1 record. Defeated Rosemead 5-2, Arroyo 2-1, a 2-0 win at South El Monte. Also scored a 2-0 win against Gabrielino. Now it's Jaime Castro, who had it for a bit. Was able to win a throw-in. Nearly 30 minutes into the first half. Still scoreless between the Mountain View Vikings and the Marshall Eagles. Vikings have been the better team, no doubt about that. But the score remains 0-0. And it's games like these where it can get frustrating. You have more possession, more opportunities, but if you're not able to score, it's possible to lose your patience, to get frustrated. But that, of course, is where these Vikings players need to keep their cool and be patient. The cross taking a bounce could be an opportunity, finally just cleared at the last moment. At times, these Marshall defenders playing with fire. When you see the ball in their penalty area, now trying to get something going, this could be a chance, a shot! Saved nicely by Diego Hernandez. Hardly any opportunities for the Eagles, so close to taking an unexpected 1-0 lead. That time the shot from Andres Santamaria. And that shot went right at Diego Hernandez. Did a good job blocking that shot. Will be a corner kick for Marshall. But when looking back at that opportunity, I think Andres Santamaria has probably got to be wondering why he didn't try to put that ball in the corner. Surely could have had a goal. But nonetheless, good save from Diego Hernandez, the senior. Taken by Rigo Hernandez. A flick header in the penalty area, that time once again from Santa Maria. He goes out of bounds on the opposite side of the field for a throw-in. But it's been those free headers we've seen from both teams. I feel like if there's going to be a goal, you have to assume it might come off a set piece. Both teams not really doing the best job defending set piece opportunities, whether it's a free kick or a corner kick. Now we will have a free kick for the Eagles. Rigo Hernandez looking for his spot. We are seeing action on both benches. Perhaps we will see some substitutions maybe late in this first half, or maybe these will be the players coming on to start the second half. The free kick from Hernandez. Will he put this one on goal? He does, and he hits the crossbar. The rebound header going just a bit wide. and it's still in play. Hernandez having to get back to his line. What an opportunity that was. What a rip from Rigo Hernandez, hitting the crossbar. So close once again to giving the lead to the Marshall Eagles. They have not been the better team thus far, but now we see once again, he has not been the better team, taken away. This could be a good opportunity for Mountain View. Serna. The last touch from Guevara. Good run from the left back. Saul Rivera in front, an opportunity. The header, that one going straight to Capistran. So quickly we're seeing plenty of opportunities. Both teams trading opportunities. But of course right now still can't get over that opportunity that Marshall had hitting the crossbar. And what a free kick that was from Hernandez from such a long distance. The sophomore, I'm sure he would love to have another opportunity. Saul Rivera plays it to one of his center backs, Eric Santos, and it's that part of the pitch that really is not in the best shape where that ball takes some funny bounces. That's Axel Escolero who had it for a moment. Now Santa Maria to Hernandez once again. Santa Maria cuts back, takes a shot with his left foot, and he scores, putting that one over Diego Hernandez. Marshall takes a 1-0 lead. And that goal coming in the 22nd minute. And when looking back at these past few minutes, you can't say that Marshall didn't deserve to take the lead. They definitely were creating opportunities, and their hard work definitely has paid off. They've taken a 1-0 lead, and how will the Mountain View Vikings respond? One substitution made. So a substitution made for Mountain View. Looks like Santos Cruz has just come on. He's come on for Josue Serna. I don't think the Vikings are going to have trouble playing with a sense of urgency. Then playing with a sense of urgency so far, you know, from the opening whistle, but they find themselves down 1-0. And the header from Santos, now one going straight to Santa Maria. He shoots, almost finding that far corner. So close to being 2-0. And this game definitely has taken a very quick change. Majority of this match, it's been all Mountain View, but now these last few minutes, it's been basically all Marshall. Each half for these high school varsity soccer games, each half will be 40 minutes. Still plenty of time for the Vikings to find that equalizer in the first half. But we are seeing this Marshall team playing with some more confidence, and you can't be surprised by it. They have a 1-0 lead. Now the Vikings trying to get something going. That time it was Santos Cruz who was just brought on as a substitute, trying to provide the spark that could lead to that tying goal. Nice move from Lerma. Surrounded by white shirts. Gets it to Saul Rivera. Takes the cross, takes a deflection, the header, that one going just wide. That time it was Efrain Torres. And that cross from Saul Rivera took a deflection. And what a good opportunity that was for Efrain Torres, just unable to put that one on target. Surely he would have had Capistran beat. The goal kick taken. And a good touch from Santa Maria to Hernandez. Cuts it back, fakes a shot, still has it. Will he try and cross it? He does, in front. Knocked away, but not out to safety just yet. Another shot at that very last moment. What a save by Diego Hernandez. Very alert, making sure to stop that rebound opportunity from Kevin Ramirez. Now back the other way. The long punt from Diego Hernandez was able to connect with Efrain Torres, but unable to keep it in play. His reaction afterwards says it all. He knows he could have done better. The throw in taken. That time looking for Rigo Hernandez. Did take a bounce. We played about 26 minutes of this first half. A 1-0 lead for Marshall. The goal scored. And that goal was scored in the 22nd minute by Rigo Hernandez. Now once and out of bounds by Hernandez, not taking any chances. Saul Rivera had it for a moment. Guevara gets in on the action, finds Efrain Torres. Still Torres trying to do it all himself, unable to, goes out of bounds. There'll be a goal kick for the Marshall Eagles. And it's possessions then, it's possessions like those, that the Marshall Eagles will welcome repeatedly. Goal kick taken by Capistran. Off the head of Santos. Now off the head of Lerma. Stepping up that time with Cesar Diaz Banuelos. And Santa Maria try to get something going at first. Now it's Santos. Unable to keep possession. Lost it momentarily to Ivan Honorato. And here comes Diaz Banuelos. Trying to get the counterattack going. Elects to switch the field, looking for Santa Maria. He got a good touch on it. And that time, Diego Hernandez coming out at the right time to fall on the ball, corral it. But we've seen which players for this Marshall Eagles team are the one that we basically know the players on this Marshall team that are basically the playmakers and the ones who really know how to create opportunities. Obviously, it goes without saying the goal scorer, Rigo Hernandez, but also cannot ignore the excellent work of number 8, Andres Santa Maria. It's these two guys that really are making things happen. I mean, without them, you have to basically everything's going through Santa Maria, playing as a very good central midfielder. Knows where to be, whether he's playing defense, and also knows where to be at the right time. With especially very good with his ball distribution skills. Saul Rivera sends this one into the penalty area. The header, that one bouncing just a bit wide. So close to finding that first goal. From the standpoint of the Mountain View Vikings bench, they've got to be wondering, when will that first goal come?
That's you, Jake. That's you, Jake. That's you.
The header from Santos. And that ball given away. It's Eric Santos.
Keep moving it. Keep moving it.
Able to get the ball to Guevara. Now Lerma to Saul Rivera. We continue to see him be at the forefront of a lot of attacks and a lot of moves for the Mountain View Vikings. Will he be able to keep this one in play? Yes, he does. But not trying to force it. Plays it back to Erson Gasca. And that pass to Jaime Castro, unable to maintain possession for the time being, is able to find Santos doing a good job readjusting. Now Guevara once again. Jake Guevara to Gerson Gasca. Once again to Saul Rivera. Gasca once again. The Vikings really like floating the ball into the penalty area. Looks like we're seeing the same once again. Taking a bounce. Almost finding that far corner. So close to going into the far corner. And it was basically that dummy play from Moises Lerma that created the distraction for Capistran. So close to being a goal. Now Rivera that time was looking for Lerma once again. Now Kevin Ramirez, that time looking for Santa Maria. Now here come the Vikings, Alan Vasquez. And that time it was Andres Santa Maria whistle for the foul. There was contact from behind. So a free kick opportunity for the Mountain View Vikings. This free kick once again to be taken by Gerson Gasca.
Keep the tall guy with
Which
you.
of these Mountain View Vikings players will be able to get their head on the ball? Both teams have had trouble defending set pieces. And here it comes floating into the penalty area. The header going well wide. That time it was Efrain Torres. We've played about 31 minutes of this first half. Score remains 1-0 in favor of the Marshall Eagles. It looks like they're ready to make a couple changes. So Ivan Honorato coming off, and he's replaced by Alexander Cervantes. Rigo Hernandez, always dangerous with the ball. Plenty of speed. Going to be hard for him to create some magic from where he's at, but able to play it back. Got to watch for the contact from Guevara, and yes, he's whistled for the foul. And that time bringing down Justin Lopez Perez. The free kick. And that one taken by Rigo Hernandez. His previous free kick hit one of his previous free kicks actually hit the crossbar. And that one though going well over the bar. Gotta say probably a sigh of relief for the Vikings team. And more action continues on the Mountain View Vikings sideline. Looks like another substitution will be made soon. Nice flick header from Lerma. Jaime Perez got his head on it momentarily. Now this could be an opportunity, but the flag comes up for offside. And yes, once again, the ball found its way to Andres Santamaria and his through ball. He was looking for you-know-who, Rigo Hernandez, but Hernandez whistled for offside. Rivera sends it up the field. Cleared by Jaime Perez. He's able to find Santamaria. Santamaria thought he was fouled by Gasca, but we play on. Kevin Ramirez, his pass broken up by Alan Vasquez. Now it's Efrain Torres to Guevara. Did not get the first touch that he really wanted. Plays it to the outside to Castro. Torres dropping back. Ball finds its way once again to Guevara. Efrain Torres plays it back to Jaime Castro. Nice move from Castro. Sends it towards the penalty area. Kicked away by Kevin Ramirez. Goes straight to Erson. Goes straight to Gasca. Lerma. He's got Rivera on the overlap. Instead, taking a shot. That one going well wide.
It's gonna happen again. I need you moving the ball, okay? You shot it like a pretzel. Keep it in front of you para que le vas a pegar. Si no es a la Saúl.
Got about 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Marshall Eagles leading 1-0. For the first part, for the majority, basically the first part of the first half, I want to say about the first 15-20 minutes, was basically all Mountain View Vikings. Since then, the game has settled down. Vikings still maintaining majority of the still having majority of the possession, but they're still unable to really find so many of those clear-cut scoring chances. And that pass going straight to Angel Galicia, cleared away. It's like another change was recently made for the Eagles, bringing on John Keshishian. Looks as if he's coming on to provide more help in midfield. Now it's Guevara. Ball bouncing a little bit. Now stepping up that time. It was Diaz Banuelos trying to start a move, looking for the sub who just came on, Keshishian. Not much coming from that move. Ball finds its way to Saul Rivera.
Jake, again.
Now Lerma.
Go.
Nice work finding Guevara. Will he want to take a rip from
Short,
long
short.
range? Lerma once again
Short.
taking a shot. That one going high
Nice, keep the
and
ball
wide.
short. It's open.
So another shot from outside the penalty area. The Mountain View Vikings bench not too thrilled with what they just saw. And one thing the Vikings definitely should try and do is they need to test these Marshall center backs a little bit more. Taking shots from long range, they're basically making the job easier for the Marshall defenders. Now it's Guevara. Got Keshishian behind him. Still Guevara. Will he take a shot? He still has it. Finally taking a shot at the last moment. Lots of traffic at the top of the penalty area. Torres.
Keep moving it. Keep moving it.
Now to
Go
Santos.
Go to the box. Go to the box.
Plays it outside to Rivera. Rivera sending this one towards the penalty area. He has Castro at the back door. He shoots. The save made. The rebound. Unable to finish it off. Sending that one over the bar. Jake Guevara, and he cannot believe it. Neither can the Mountain View Vikings bench. Score remains 1-0 in favor of the Eagles. But we are seeing the opportunities. The opportunities are coming. Only problem is that Mountain View unable to finish at that last moment, that last touch. Got about 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Can't imagine there would be any stoppage time. There's not been any injuries so far. Definitely a good thing. Hardly any stoppages in play. The goal kick taken by Capistran. Now off the chest of Torres to Santos. Now Castro to Guevara. And back to Jaime Castro, looking to switch the field. That's exactly what he does in finding Saul Rivera. But Rivera waiting a little too long. That ball's taking a few bounces. You got to go to that ball instead of expecting that it'll come right to you.
Boy, get away from them, boy.
Gasca,
More movement.
once again to Rivera. The head coach of the Vikings asking for more movement. Now Castro to Josue Lerma.
See if you can bounce. See if you can bounce.
Once again, ball finds its way to Rivera.
See if you can bounce, boy.
To Gasca once again. The Marshall Eagles doing everything they can to break to close down space. A few more touches. It's now Vasquez taking a shot. That one going straight to Capistran. From here, I was thinking maybe he was going to find that near corner, but instead actually went right to Angel Capistran, the sophomore keeper. The visitors, of course, would love to go into the half with the 1-0 lead. Now some more touches. This could be a good opportunity. Now coming out, definitely a little bit of contact. Some shaky play from Capistran. Was unable to corral the ball. The Vikings keeping this attack alive. The cross takes a few bounces. Rivera once again waiting for it. Finds Josue Lerma. Now Gasca, will he take a shot from outside? He does. That one going just a bit over the bar. And there is actually the whistle. We have reached halftime. Marshall Eagles with a 1-0 lead over the Mountain View Vikings. That only goal coming in the 22nd minute from Rigo Hernandez. I'm Artif Takari, proud to be bringing you today's play-by-play live from Mountain View High School via the Mountain View High School Vista News Team. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half. What do I do with this?
You want it muted?
Yeah.
she gonna stop saying it? Is that Mendoza?
His little poster. I feel so bad for him. Everyone hates him.
I know, free him. He's really nice.
Look at the ball.
Where is it?
Let's shoot.
Oh
Get
shit.
it, get it.
You guys sleep with
No,
them.
I'm scared.
Actually,
I miss shooting.
today I spoke to him and I told him that I interviewed a police and he started hating me.
Uh-oh. He doesn't like police, bro. Especially el monte police.
Really? I didn't know.
I heard the police is in
The cool one? I interviewed the one
He
police.
like insists you to
yeah.
say good morning to him.
Oh yeah,
He's like, good morning, good morning.
but yeah, I interviewed him.
Good chill.
Yeah. But he was out here fucking calling Udi like a thug. Like he started saying like thug life homie and I'm like,
What the
ew. I hope that guy doesn't come back after me dropping him. It was my mistake.
Yeah.
It just came out because I don't want to film.
Me either. I just want to be here.
I feel like when I film, like I cannot talk.
But just don't say anything.
And he just
I don't think he's gonna wanna walk with us.
That is crazy.
He's probably
What's
not
so
gonna
fun?
want.
I forgot you're on my spam.
Heck, he's there. What?
So funny.
Nah, Chewy is funny. Jesus is funny.
I don't know why, but I was watching the parades last night and you cracked me the fuck up. Just the way you dance, like I was laughing so.
Wait, which ones? I low-key have had my mistakes.
Arcadia and Chino.
Oh my
Those
god.
are so hilarious.
Arcadia, I messed up. Wait, was it Arcadia? Oh
look
yeah.
at him, look at him.
Oh, shit.
He seems so happy.
Arcadia, I messed up so bad at like bro, I didn't cry.
I low-key ate Arcadia.
We're losing food.
For Chino though, Chino cracked me up so bad.
Hi.
Because your big old arm swings
Oh.
and then the bye-bye. Your little stomp. You're like,
It'd be too close to it. No, wait, what was it? Arcadia, where I had messed up my count. I went 5-6 instead of 7-8.
really?
Yeah.
I feel like we ate Arcadia. Our salute line was horrible though.
Ugh.
We were too up. MJ was way too back.
No,
and then-
no. Who was my right guide? Andrea. I was literally right guiding.
But who's our right guide for? Salute line? Jordan. We had to right guide her, but we didn't.
No,
It was
no,
Jordan,
no, because
MJ, and then us were up here.
no,
You can
no,
literally see
no.
the video.
Okay, I guess we need a right guide to her, but I remember Jordan would mess up. She would forget to spin.
You know which one was really, really bad? Pomona. Even though we didn't get scored.
The Christmas
Pomona.
parade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Pomona
one was
so
bad.
ass.
That was really bad. I think first of all, I dropped wrong. I messed up my bye bye. It was just really bad.
For me, I don't know. I just didn't want to smile. And it was really cold.
I was really nervous for some reason.
And no one was impressed from our drop. They only were impressed when we gave a kiss.
Okay, zoom into the camera now.
Yep.
Am I not supposed to? Because the halftime.
Oh wait, it's still live.
Oopsies. But they're not on our camera.
Is it live?
Yeah, it's live. Live stream. Who's that guy with the hoodie? Okay. I hate you guys.
It'll look like we're on the red team.
Where? All the way to the right?
I feel like it's way easier to film basketball and volleyball than soccer.
Why?
Because like look at how
Where the
they're
fuck
all
is-
over the place right there. And basketball, when they huddle up better. But I'm never filming a basketball game again. I already did my 2 events.
So guys, let's get this game in before dark.
Yay! Before dark.
I wonder if people actually watch this shit.
They don't. There's only 2 viewers. I wonder who those 2 viewers are. I went on the live just to hear the person talk. I was like, wow. What was I gonna say? I still need another activity.
I'll do
Yippee!
another activity just to do it with you.
Cute.
You think they're gonna have like film open house?
Well, we can't do open house.
I'm not gonna perform.
Really? Why? There's gonna be a gap in the middle. That's your spot. Well, for pep tunes, no.
Huh?
Wait, we do pep tunes and it'll be
Cámbiame a Max para acá. Tú, perdón, Santos. Go to that side.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mountain View High School in beautiful El Monte, California. It's time for the start of the second half between the Mountain View Vikings and the Marshall Eagles. The Eagles with a 1-0 lead. The Vikings have been attacking. They've been providing pressure. They've had chances, just have not been able to find that equalizer. And just from the start of this, right from the whistle to start the second half, already winning a corner kick. The Vikings determined to find that equalizer. And one substitution that has been made, Max Flores has come on. And here comes the corner kick, playing it short instead to Rivera. Taking a bounce, like we said, talked about the condition of this pitch before on more than one occasion. Now Guevara has it, looking for an option. Trying to keep the ball a little too long. Now a shot from well outside. Goes high over the bar, and there has been a goalkeeper change for Marshall. Looks like they're going with the goalkeeper by committee. Rayshawn Robert now in net for the second half, the senior. And I have to wonder, are there similarities between both keepers for Marshall? Now with his left foot, just right away I want to say, it looks like he did not put that much power into his goal kick, but he's got a pretty strong leg. Gasca had it, nearly lost it, and now that time, a lot of traffic here in this middle third of the pitch. Excellent move from Rigo Hernandez, the goal scorer, still has it, not afraid to do everything by himself. And that one knocked out of bounds by Saul Rivera. Will be a corner kick for the Eagles. And that time was Ivan Honorato, not providing too much pressure, but nonetheless able to win a corner kick for the Marshall Eagles. So the corner kick to be taken by Rigo Hernandez. This one high into the air, headed out, the rebound unmarked. I mean, that shot going well wide. But on the rebound, Justin Lopez Perez, unmarked, able to tee off. And you got to talk about a missed assignment there. Fortunately for the Mountain View Vikings, they're not paying the penalty. They remain down 1-0. But it's those corner kick, those set piece opportunities where you just have to make sure you're marking your player. And now having a little bit of trouble starting the attack, starting the move, nearly given away. But now here comes Lerma, and his ball to the side by the left flank. It was looking perhaps for Torres or maybe Santos. The throw in taken. Now it's Max Santos trying to cut it back, but instead goes straight to Rayshawn Robert. Santos Cruz playing on the left wing. Now Santos Cruz once again finding Guevara. Now Torres to Moises Lerma. Now it's Saul Rivera. We've seen this a lot today. The cross, the header. That one going straight to Rayshawn Robert off the head of Efrain Torres. And you've got to like the thinking, you got to like the strategy from the Vikings. They're moving the ball. They're doing exactly what their head coach wants them to do. Head coach Frank Chaidez. They're doing what he wants. Only thing is they're just unable to finish off the crosses. Saul Rivera. He has Ivan Honorato on him. And that time was able to find Jaime Castro. Now back off the head of Gasca to the chest of Moises Lerma. Castro once again. Back to Lerma. We are seeing these Marshall Eagles players putting a lot of players behind the ball. They are okay with parking the bus, and you can't blame them. They have a 1-0 lead. They would love to leave here with a hard-earned victory. Moises Lerma, once again to Erson Gasca, Jaime Castro, and that time was looking for Santos Cruz. Can he keep it in play? Almost did, but a good readjustment from the right back, Jaime Perez. And Jaime Perez also has actually been one of the players for this Marshall team that really gets involved in a lot of situations and actually gets involved a lot, you know, especially with his defensive help and also with his ball distribution skills. But overall, like I've been saying so much throughout this match, we know the playmakers are for Marshall. And now Rivera, a good touch in front. Hard to see exactly what just took place, but we had the Mountain View Viking bench up off their feet. I'm assuming they were asking for a possible penalty kick appeal. The referee said play on. Now Guevara plays it to the outside to Rivera. Moises Lerma. Now it's Max Flores. Still Max Flores. Nearly 7 minutes into the second half. Marshall maintaining a 1-0 lead over Mountain View. Now it's Guevara trying to force that ball into the penalty area. Broken up and cleared by Cesar Diaz-Banuelos. That's Aspiricueta. And that time it was Torres trying to provide the flick header. Now it's Santos Cruz, maybe a shot from outside. Great work from Jaime Perez to make sure he's in the right place at the right time to block that shot. Lerma trying to make that move to get around Nathaniel Trejo, was unable to. Will be a goal kick for the visitors.
¡Ándale, Viquinos!
A throw in taken. We've not seen a lot of opportunities. We've not seen a lot of opportunities so far in the second half for the Marshall Eagles. A whistle behind the play will be a free kick for Mountain View. Now free kick played short by Erson Gasca. The Vikings not in a hurry to send this one into the penalty area. Line to stick with their game plan. And that time looking for Efrain Torres, knocked out of bounds by Cesar Diaz-Banuelos. We are seeing a substitution for the Vikings. So Jake Guevara comes off and he's replaced by Jesse Garcia. And the throw-in ball is back into play. Torres playing it back to Saul Rivera, but that ball went over the touchline.
Hey, lock in, lock in! Santos, keep them here, Santos, keep them here, boy, keep them here!
The throw-in to be taken by Nathaniel Trejo.
No foul, no foul. Take it ball.
Going straight to Rigo Hernandez. And Hernandez still has it. Clears at the length of the pitch. Did take a deflection at the last moment, but an easy one for Diego Hernandez. And plays it quickly to Aspiricueta. Now here comes Moises Lerma, determined to get something going. Lerma playing it back to Rivera. Back to Lerma, makes a nice move. There was contact. And that time it was Axel Escolero. Whistle for the foul, and it will be a free kick for the Vikings in a pretty good position. And the goalkeeper who's been playing the second half so far for Marshall has not been tested a whole lot. Perhaps this could be the opportunity for Saul Rivera to put this one on frame. Maybe surprise him at the near post. The whistle is blown. Here comes the free kick. Floating this one into the penalty area. The header, that one going just a bit wide. Trying to keep it in. It's Flores. He does. The cross in front. Headed away nicely by Jaime Perez. And yes, you heard me mention his name earlier, whether he's playing as a right back, doesn't matter where he's playing, he knows what he's doing. This long ball going into the penalty area, straight to Rayshawn Robert. Plenty of purple shirts in the vicinity. Now the long clearance. Will they be able to catch Mountain View napping? Now a chance, going just a bit wide that time. Andres Santamaria, after that long clearance from Rayshawn Robert, so close to burning the Vikings and making it 2-0. They've got to be fortunate they're still only down by a goal. And great awareness from Rayshawn Robert to know where Andres Santamaria would be after that opportunity. That's Ricky Aspiricueta. Able to find Max Flores, looking for Lerma on that opportunity, but once again, great defense from the center back. Manuelos Diaz, now a little bit of an unfortunate bounce. This could be an opportunity. The shot going just a bit wide. Excellent ball provided by Rigo Hernandez, and it was Justin Lopez Perez who was unable to finish. So close once again to being 2-0. The Vikings dodging another bullet. The flick header from Torres. Ball finds its way back to Torres. He plays it to the outside to Saul Rivera. A whistle is blown. You have a player down for the Marshall Eagles and a temporary stoppage in play. And from here, it appears to be Angel Galicia, one of the center backs. And Galicia still on the ground, but sitting up now. Fortunately, he appears to be okay. Ball ready to get back into play. Glad you're able to join us for today's broadcast. The boys varsity soccer action brought to you by the Mountain View Vista Academy. I'm Artis Takari, proud to be bringing you today's play-by-play. Score remains 1-0 in favor of the visitors, Marshall Eagles. The Vikings continuing to be patient. That's definitely something you've got to like. But as time goes on, that clock will eventually become a big enemy of the Vikings. Ball bounces. Rayshawn Robert obviously not in a hurry to pick up the ball. And of course, can't blame him. His team has got a 1-0 lead. And that long punt Once again, a good ball. And another opportunity this time again. Once again, Andres Santamaria unable to find the far corner. And I think that's what we're going to see the Marshall Eagles do for the rest of this match. Just play the long ball and see and hope something good happens. And that ball, of course, attempted for Santos Cruz, and Rayshawn Robert wisely coming off his line at the right time. It's definitely a good situation for the Marshall Eagles. They've got two very solid keepers, I'll say, on their roster. Now Escolero to Ramirez, the cross. And that time it was Eric Santos who was able to get a touch. Now here come the Vikings. Torres to Santos Cruz. Now it's Saul Rivera once again. First half we saw him playing as a left back, but for the second half actually switching now to a right back position. Santos to Castro. Back to Santos. And he switches the field to Rivera. Now Gerson Gasca. And Gasca with that first touch was not the one he wanted. Now Rigo Hernandez. It will be a throw-in. At first looked like it was going to be a throw-in for Mountain View, but instead for Marshall. And that throw-in taken quickly by Trejo. Now Max Flores. We continue to see a lot of the same for this second half. There was some contact. Flores fell down, was able to get back up. Now great work in keeping this ball in play. Flores, the cross in front, but that one going straight to Rayshawn Robert. An easy one actually for Robert. And his long clearance going off the head of Aspiricueta. Now Rivera had it for a moment. Possession's given away. Escolero had a little trouble as well. I think we're seeing a lot of these players having a little bit of trouble with the first touch, especially with the condition of the pitch. Now a cross in front. That one taken nicely by Diego Hernandez. And once again, it was Andres Santamaria at the forefront of that opportunity. So the whistle is blown. And it looks like Rigo Hernandez is down for the moment. And that, of course, would not be good news. That definitely would not be good news for the Marshall Eagles. But he's also not been making as much noise as he did in the first half. Now, will this force the Eagles to make a substitution? I'm pretty sure Rigo Hernandez would not want to come off. Definitely a competitor. Definitely one of the stars of this team. But yes, he is coming off. And looks like he has been replaced by Ryan Dominguez, who's able to play as a defender or as a midfielder. I think this is one of those, definitely one of those, it's a switch because of an injury, but I think it's also kind of a tactical switch. Bring off an attacker and bring on a midfielder. I think we will see the Eagles parking the bus the rest of this match and playing the low block. And it's not surprising at all, considering they've had a couple opportunities just from a long clearance from goalkeeper Rayshawn Robert in being able to find Andres Santamaria. That's got to be their strategy the rest of the way. And also another substitution. Looks like John Keshishian has also come back onto the pitch. And how will the Vikings respond? They've been playing the same strategy throughout this match. Only problem is they've been unable to find the back of the net. The touch from Rivera to Gasca. Back to Rivera. Sends this one to the penalty area. Once again, an easy one for Rayshawn Robert. And the long clearance from Robert. Off the head of Aspiricueta. Then off the head of number 99, Axel Escolero. Efrain Torres able to receive that pass. Trying to keep it in play though. Looking for Jesse Garcia. It does go out of bounds. We are in the 61st minute of the match. We play all the way to 80 in high school varsity soccer. There's still plenty of time for the Vikings to find that equalizer. But of course, they've got to be playing with that heightened sense of urgency, but they also do not want to overcommit too much as well. Now off that throw-in, maybe a little bit of confusion, nearly given away, and that finally does happen. Escolero with the shot. Good stop from Diego Hernandez. Another change that was, there's also another change that was made for the Vikings, seeing Everardo Nunez playing as one of the defenders for the Vikings. And that time looking for Max Flores. It looks like some of these attacks not really forming or not really coming to shape for the Mountain View Vikings. Now Rivera to Vasquez. The touch from Flores. Rivera with a shot. It was blocked. Now trying to keep that one alive. Rayshawn Robert able to pick up the ball. And I think we also had perhaps Max Flores saying that there was a possible handball which could have led to a penalty. Now we continue to see the same thing, the same strategy from the Eagles. But they're going to keep trying it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now an attempted cross that time. Not much was coming from it from Justin Lopez Perez. Now it goes straight to Escolero, but he was unable to maintain possession. Max Flores plays it to the outside to Saul Rivera. Now Alan Vasquez making an adjustment pretty quickly. The throw-in taken quickly once again by Rivera. Moises Lerma to Rivera. Back to Lerma. Plays it back to Nunez. Now it's Gasca. Harrison Gasca. And these Marshall players do a good job breaking down space. Now the counterattack opportunity. Hernandez coming way off his line, and that could be trouble. Santa Maria with the cross, a chance in front. Nearly a goal, but what a great defensive play from Jaime Castro to deny John Keshishian. Unbelievable. Diego Hernandez was off his line, nowhere near the goal. Santa Maria with the cross. And I'm sure right now, everyone on that Marshall bench is just wondering, scratching their heads, wondering why it is not 2-0. But what a great defensive play from Jaime Castro. If this game ends in a positive result for the Vikings, they're going to be looking back at that play over and over. Now surely that could possibly give the Vikings some much needed momentum. Now Max Flores trying to get this move going. Actually had the referee in his way for a moment. That definitely did not help the Vikings. And that pass able to find Lerma. Sent out of bounds. Will be a throw-in. Looks like we are going to see a substitution for Mountain View. So it looks like Jake Guevara returns to the pitch. From here, hard to tell exactly who he will be replacing, but it appears, yes, he's replacing Jesse Garcia. Ball back into play. Vasquez, maybe an opportunity. Surrounded by white shirts. Now it's Guevara. He had a decent touch at first, and now sent away. Keshishian that time was looking for a streaking Santa Maria. Broken up nicely by these Vikings defenders. Guevara, still Guevara. Plays it back to Saul Rivera. Now it's Moises Lerma. That time basically right in front of me. Had to back up a bit. Guevara looking for an option. Doing a good job finding Lerma on the overlap. Still Lerma should be able to beat his man. The cross. Almost finding Vasquez at the back door with a header. Just going a little high. Will be a throw in for the Eagles. Ball goes to Escudero. Now given away, Max Flores. This could be the chance. Torres still dribbling, maybe one too many touches. Nearly cleared away, but nice work from Max Flores to block that ball with his head. Gets the pass from Castro. Still Flores. Nearly lost the ball to Justin Lopez Perez. And we're looking at who's on the pitch, especially I'm obviously talking right now about the Marshall Eagles. Rigo Hernandez remains on the sidelines. Doesn't look like he'll be coming back in. Looks like his day is done. He'll just be watching from the sidelines, hoping that his teammates find a way to hold on for this victory. Gasca, now to Rivera. Still Rivera. Had Ryan Dominguez on him. That's a matchup he knows he has to win. Rivera, now to Flores. Trejo got the last touch. Now sent back into the penalty area. Headed away, but the Vikings with pretty much all possession in this second half. Knocking on the door, trying to find that equalizer. Rivera once again going up against Dominguez. Ball finds cross, taking a couple bounces. There was a touch from Guevara, but was unable to maintain possession. Torres playing it back to Gasca. And that time cleared by Diaz Banuelos all the way to Diego Hernandez. Nunez to Aspiricueta. Plenty of space, like I just said, for Guevara. The Eagles allowing plenty of space at times in that middle third of the pitch, because it looks like they're pretty much playing with about 7 or 8 defenders at a time. Now looking to switch the field that time. A nice flick header from Torres. Diaz Banuelos nearly cleared this one out of the school. Will be a throw-in for Mountain View. Max Flores provides plenty of speed ever since he came on. And that touch from Saul Rivera going straight to Rayshawn Robert. And that of course, not going to get things done. Approaching 30 minutes played of the second half. It's still 1-0 Marshall. We don't want to say time is running out for Mountain View, but eventually we will be saying that. Now Max Flores, that time, was looking for Efrain Torres. Now it's Keshishian. It's nearly taken away. Cesar Diaz Banuelos' clearance going straight to Aspiricueta. Now it's Alan Vasquez with a very nice move. Perhaps holding the ball a little too long. But did he just win a corner kick? Yes, actually he did. It will be a corner kick for the Vikings. The corner kick to be taken by Moises Lerma. Can one of these Vikings players get their head on the ball? Been trying so hard. This one going high into the penalty area. Maybe an attempted bicycle kick. Now a shot from outside. Rayshawn Robert might have gotten a touch, but sent out of bounds. We will see a substitution for Mountain View. So a change being made for the Marshall Eagles. And coming on is Noah Castillo. Also seeing Ivan Honorato. And they replace Dominguez and Keshishian. Alan Vasquez fouled. That'll be a free kick. We've not seen any bookings today. It's been a pretty clean game for the most part, and that's definitely a good thing. So a free kick to be taken by Gerson Gasca. It's getting a little more chilly and a tad bit windy as the sun's going down. This free kick, an easy one for Rayshawn Robert. That one floated high into the air, way too easy for the talented Eagles keeper. And his long clearance, that time obviously was looking for Santa Maria. Max Flores, looks like he wanted to switch the field. Maybe he was looking for Lerma. Great readjustment to take the ball back. And that clearance taking a deflection. Looks like it will be a throw-in for the Eagles. A throw-in to be taken by Nathaniel Trejo. And that time was looking for Noah Castillo. Of course, definitely some contact. We have Efrain Torres hungry for the ball. Now Max Flores able to find Guevara. Back to Max Flores. Aspiricueta doing a good job readjusting. And Jaime Castro sends this one high into the air. Looks like Torres was attempting to do some kind of flick header. Didn't have the best timing.
Take the one, go in, stay short.
Now it's Max Flores switching the field to Saul Rivera. The Eagles allowing the Vikings to have space on the outside. They're just doing a good job closing down space in the middle part of the pitch, and now a nice dummy opportunity. We haven't seen too many of these today. Rivera's cross almost to the head of Lerma. Now Guevara, will he take a shot from outside? He does, but that one going just a bit. We will see some more substitutions. So looks like Josue Serna coming on to replace Jaime Castro. And Rayshawn Robert, of course, not in a hurry to go get the ball for this goal kick. We are in the 74th minute of the match. Now we can say it, time definitely running out for the Mountain View Vikings. They're down 1-0. Only goal of the match so far, scored in the 22nd minute by Rigo Hernandez. And that's how the Marshall Eagles have a 1-0 lead. And the ball back in play, long clearance. Noah Castillo tried to get a touch, but of course taken by Max Flores. Now that ball taking a funny bounce, as it has this entire match. Lerma plays it to Rivera. Still Rivera trying to get it back to Lerma. And this ball cleared into the tennis courts once again. Throw-in taking place. Lerma with the cross. Looking for Guevara. Did not have the best positioning. as he had Kevin Ramirez on him. Jaime Perez, the right back, taking the throw in. Ball going straight to Ricky Espiricueta. Now Torres turning, did not get the touch he really wanted. Max Flores able to find Saul Rivera. Back to Max Flores. Faking the cross, still has it, and is able to get it to Torres at the last moment, turning and trying to take a shot. And that one blocked by Galicia and cleared straight to Ricky Espiricueta, and he has all day. The Eagles providing no pressure at all, hardly have anyone waiting at the top for a counterattack opportunity. And that pass attempted for Sal Rivera bounds. And you can see the frustration at times starting to mount for the Mountain View Vikings. Trejo with the throw in. Go straight to Gasca. And very nice move from Rivera, finding Max Flores. Now turning and shooting. Save made by Rayshawn Robert. That time the shot taken by Josue Serna. And Rayshawn Robert, obviously he's going to take his time. He has no problem looking for Andres Santamaria. Max Flores, we've heard his number called many times in the second half. Still Max Flores speech. And he is, I should say, on the right flank. Did he just win a corner kick? Looks like no. They're saying it last went off of Max Flores. It appears as if it did not go off of Alexander Cervantes. So another goal kick for the Eagles. Got about 3 minutes remaining, but there's bound to be some stoppage time because there have been a few stoppages due to injury in the second half. I want to say there should be at least 3 minutes of stoppage time. Now it's Guevara. Looks like we have a player down as well momentarily for Marshall, but Castillo getting up very quickly, rightfully so. That's Max Flores. Looking for Moises Lerma. Cleared momentarily. Of course, been saying that pretty much the entire second half. Jake Guevara had it for a moment. Now it's Gerson Gasca. Looking for Saul Rivera. Instead, Nathaniel Trejo gets a hold of the ball instead and just sends it out of bounds. Now taking the quick throw in to Espiricueta, sending this one to the penalty area. The flick header, that time from Efrain Torres. No one able to really, probably pouncing on the ball a little too late that time was Alan Vasquez. Rayshawn Robert sends this one high into the air. Nunez gonna have trouble winning that battle against Andres Santamaria, the scrappy midfielder. It's really hard to take the ball away from, especially on those 1v1 opportunities, the way he positions himself. Now here comes Santamaria once again, but nice readjustment at the last moment. I want to say that time from Gerson Gasca. Alan Vasquez trying to get something going. It's, of course, every time the Vikings have the ball, they're pushing it forward. They have no choice. Josue Serna, yes, he was fouled. The referee blows to the spot. It will be a penalty kick for the Mountain View Vikings. And you have the Marshall Eagles players, mainly Angel Galicia, not agreeing with that call. There definitely was contact. And this is the opportunity the Vikings definitely need. And the question here is who will be taking the penalty kick. Definitely lots of pressure on the kick taker. And it appears it's going to be Efrain Torres. And this should be a pretty good matchup here. Efrain Torres against Rayshawn Robert. A test of nerves when it comes to these penalty kicks. And we're late in the second half. The whistle is blown. Here comes the kick, the shot. Save made by Rayshawn Robert. The rebound, another save made by Rayshawn Robert. You've got to be kidding me. Now back the other way come the Marshall Eagles. It's Andres Santamaria. They have numbers. He takes a shot. Save made. The rebound. That one knocked wide. Unbelievable. That time it was Ivan Honorato. The ball right in front of the net after the save was made by Hernandez and was unable to put it away. What a sequence of events. But Marshall maintains its 1-0 lead. And what a save by Rayshawn Robert, stopping that penalty kick from Efrain Torres. And the question now is, was that Mountain View's last opportunity to find the equalizer? We are now in stoppage time. Of course, if my calculations are correct. So a stoppage of play momentarily because of an injury. And of course, this stoppage should obviously help the Mountain View Vikings. And the question here is, how much stoppage time will there be? Ball played back to Saul Rivera. And wasting no time, just rips this one high into the penalty area of the Eagles. Now off the head of Lerma. Cleared. And actually there is the final whistle. A 1-0 victory for the Marshall Eagles over the Mountain View Vikings. And no surprise that the Marshall players quickly going to congratulate their keeper, Rayshawn Robert. Definitely the hero of this one. And that's it. We'll be wrapping up this game from Mountain View High School in El Monte, California. I'm Artis Takari, proud to be able to bring you today's play-by-play for this boys varsity soccer action, brought to you by the Mountain View High School Vista Academy sports team. Just want to thank the entire crew for their hard work, starting with Heidi Scanlon, Valentin Ramirez, Alexa Lopez, Brian Lopez, Anahi Altamirano, Cindy Cruz, Samuel Garcia, Jasmine Muniz, Evan Duarte, and Jose Rene Zepeda. And of course, obviously you have to thank the man behind the scene, the man with the plan. They call him John Mann. I'm Artis Takari. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast of boys varsity soccer action. Once again, the final score